Hey everyone, Ryan here at Plague Scythe Studios. Today we are taking a look at the newest offering from It Might Get Loud Productions with a new percussion VST plugin called Assault Drums. Assault Drums is yet another built-from-scratch sample pack that's coalesced into a deceptively simple-looking UI, but don't let the 80s vibe throw you off. There's plenty of horsepower under the hood here, and so I don't miss any of the awesome features. I'm going to read directly off from the product page. This includes 3 full drum kits that were mic'd up, and you have multiple microphone positions to adjust on every drum. So you have like overheads in the room, multiple directions for some of them. Of those 3 full kits, that includes 5 different toms, a set of rototoms, so that's 8 total. You get 11 presets, which include those full kits plus a couple extra snares, some different sounding bass drum samples. As usual with their plugins, you can change the output routing scheme as well as MIDI key mapping to match your own preferences. And all that sounds awesome, but what makes this kit any different from another plugin? Well, this promises to capture the sound of the new wave of British heavy metal. So think early 80s, even some of the West Coast heavy metal stuff going on in the States at that time. And I think from the samples you've heard, I would say it succeeds. Pick one of your favorite heavy metal, hard rock, or punk bands from across the pond in the early to mid 80s, and I guarantee you this plugin will nail the production and tone of the drums of whatever album you're thinking of. But it's not just a one-trick pony. Because it has so many different presets available, you can actually get a wonderful thrash and death metal cult kind of sound as well, that works really well for late 80s, early 90s death metal and genres of that sort. Perhaps my favorite part of this plugin, though, is not just that it includes all these features and that you can achieve this wide range of tones over a couple decades, but that it doesn't take but a couple clicks to get there. I didn't have to sort through presets and dial in every single drum to get the sound I was looking for. Within a couple clicks, maybe turning up a snare, turning down a cymbal, it was pretty much already dialed in for me. And you can tell that It Might Get Loud guys definitely took their time and scrutinized every sample and the balance and mix of every kit to make sure it fit the genre they were going for. And that's one thing I love about VST plugins in general, is the ability to tweak when I want to, but not really having to. And in this case, you really don't have to. As a guitarist, primarily, the last thing I want to do is, if I'm just tracking a demo or trying to get ideas down, is have to screw with drums for 20-30 minutes to make it sound decent. That's not an inspiring process for me. And that's something that It Might Get Loud continues to do in all of their percussion presets, on all of their different plugins, is that it just works right out of the box. With that said, again, if you are someone that prides themselves in building drum tones and dialing in mixes to sound like no one else ever has, you have the ability to do that in this preset, because everything's within a couple clicks away, whether it be the directional microphones, built-in EQ, everything is super intuitive to get to, and everything is super easy to get out of the way when you don't want it, which is just as important for me. As I've said in other It Might Get Loud reviews, you're not going to get this 6th generation iPhone looking user interface. You're not going to get this huge tone cloud where you can instantaneously grab and drop in different presets, but you're also not going to get a lot of bloated bullshit. It just works out of the box. And for me, that's what I want nowadays. I just want to pay for the freaking product that does the thing it advertises and be done with it. And as a user of more or less simple drum kits in all my personal stuff anyway, this is the kind of stuff that gets me excited, because it is just stripped down, does what it advertises, and does it damn well at that. And I think that's about all that needs to be said about this plugin. I had a great time dialing in some classic Marshall tones with single coil guitars, reliving some of those riffs, you know, that I grew up on. And hopefully this kit will make it into a couple upcoming covers eventually. You know how those things work out, but they will fit. I think this will fit great for a couple of those songs. So before any of that though, definitely go check out It Might Get Loud. We've got the link in the description below for both Assault drums as well as some of their other products, all of which I think are really great and super competitively priced for the amount of features they offer. And as always, look forward to new stuff coming out from It Might Get Loud. So that'll about do that. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.